Bearded Bros podcast on the Titan Sports Network.
Two bearded dudes sitting in a pod, talking sports, never really bored. From football to basketball, they dive deep, laughing and debating, making us keep. They share their thoughts, no matter how wild. In a room filled with beard and pride, the refs might not understand, but they know what's right. No need to explain. The Bearded Bros, they're the best. Podcast fun with no rest. Sports talk with a side of jest. Laugh and learn as they say. They're not afraid to disagree. In a world of sports, they'll always be free. Bearded wisdom, you can rely. In their podcast, you won't feel shy. Through wins and losses, they stay true. Discussing every play through and through. Their passion for games is clear to see. In their chatter, we all agree. The Bearded Bros, they're the best. Podcast fun with no rest. Sports talk with a side of jest. Laugh and learn as they say. They're not just talk, they act too. Making jokes, giving us a clue. The Bearded Bros, they're the crew. Podcast fun till the very end, you knew. Bearded Bros, they're the crew. Podcast fun till the very end, you knew.
What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. I'm Derek. This is Dustin. Of course, we are the Bearded Bros. Exciting news coming out of the Bearded Bros podcast this week. We've officially added another show. We are officially on 6 days a week. Come next month, we'll be on 7 days a week. The network will be on 7 days a week, which is amazing in and of itself. In less than a year, this all kind of happened. So that's huge. So can you tell us what we got on tap for tonight, Dustin?
Yeah. So, of course, we have a special guest with us tonight. He goes to Carthage High School over here in Carthage, Texas, and he will be playing at the University of Colorado next year. So we're going to talk with him. Excited to see kind of where his journey's led him to where he's going to in the future. And then we got the summer league going on. Some good things coming from San Antonio that me and Derek have both been watching. Just overall, pretty good summer ball so far, I think, for the entire league. And we got some MLB draft night, which, hey, I noticed something. Is that the only professional sport that does their draft during the middle of the season? Have you ever thought about that?
I think so. I talked to a dude about that the other day. I think they're the only ones that do it, which is kind of cool. I mean, I guess.
Yeah. I never really thought about that until today. Like, I thought about that today. I was like, oh, that's. I mean, it's kind of cool. Just, during the middle of the season, I don't know. I mean, it's such a long season. I mean, it's hard not to do it in the middle of it because you don't really have too much of an off. I mean, you do, but So we have that going on. We have our poll that we ran, that Derek ran today. We'll talk about that. And that's on tap, really. I mean, you have the WNBA is kind of kicking off, but the All-Star coming up, which we talked about that last show. So let's run our sponsor, and then let's get our guest in here and chat with him for a little bit.
Oh, Mr. Trey, how's it going, man?
It's going good. How are y'all?
Dude, we're doing. Got a little rain today in East Texas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We
Yeah,
did.
I didn't even know it was supposed to rain. This kind of came out of nowhere.
I know. I mean, that's how it was. We were out on the lake earlier today, and then it came a flood, so we had to get up and get out.
Had to get on out of there. Dude, that'd be the worst to be in the middle of a lake and it just starts pouring.
I
It's pretty
just
rough.
want to. I know this is completely off topic, but the amount of videos I see with people on the lake in storms, people are crazy when it comes to
Yeah,
that.
no.
Like,
We saw it coming in, and we got out before it started, so we were
you
lucky.
gotta
But as soon
you gotta
as we
go when
got
you see
home,
it.
it started to downpour.
Started the day. Yes. So, man, kind of take us on your journey. I mean, when has it always been football for you? I know you talked about baseball, but I mean, growing up, were you multi-sport, or how was it growing up?
No, so I mean, growing up, I was baseball only. I mean, I started playing baseball when I was 4, and I traveled the country playing baseball. So that's what I did. That's what my summers looked like. My fall. All seasons it was baseball year round. I mean, that was kind of all we did. Traveled the country playing. On a select team, and then seventh grade year was actually my first year picking up a football.
Oh,
And
okay.
so, I mean, I didn't play Little League, because that interfered with baseball, and I love baseball. So, I mean, seventh grade year was my first year playing. I played quarterback, actually. Played quarterback till my eighth grade year, and then I transferred schools from Center to Carthage. And we have a really good quarterback. I mean, yeah, Jets are at, one of the best quarterbacks come through. So,
Yeah.
I switched positions. I started playing receiver and a little bit of defense my eighth grade year. And then, my freshman year, played receiver for him, played receiver and safety. It wasn't until my sophomore year that I really played linebacker. That was kind of my first year really playing outside linebacker. And then, last year I played, it was kind of just, I love it. I love hitting people. I've always loved the defensive side of the ball. But, getting to play both, here at Carthage is great. Getting to score touchdowns, and then going to sack a quarterback the next drive is pretty nice.
Yeah.
What was the reason for the change from safety to linebacker? Was it the need at linebacker, or were you wanting to make that change?
It was really, I mean, both. I mean, I felt like safety, I was off the ball a lot more. I wasn't really. I can, I'm a cover guy. I can cover people, but I also like to hit people. And at safety, you're more of a cover guy than you are more of a hitter. And that's kind of what the big thing was. And I started putting on weight. That's really what helped me make the move or the transition the best, was me putting on good weight where I could still run like a safety, but I could fill a gap too.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm assuming you can kind of play what I call this the hybrid role. You can go out in coverage and cover well, and then also you can come downhill and hit someone in the mouth as well.
Yes, sir.
Awesome, man. So kind of take us through like when the recruiting kind of started. When did that kind of start?
That was my
kicking off
question.
for you?
Yeah.
I mean, I won't say the recruiting started late for me, but I mean, it definitely wasn't as early as other guys. The recruiting started for me, after my junior year. This past year, that January, it picked up a little bit, or it picked up a lot, because before then there wasn't nothing. I mean, I didn't hear from many coaches, and I get it. I was young, still had to earn my way through it, but I would have liked to hear from them. Just my standpoint, that would have felt nice. But also, man, it's just trusting the process, and then go out there and have a really good year, and if you're good enough and you fit the metrics, you'll find somewhere to play. And I just had to trust that. This past year had a really good year. I mean, that was kind of what really helped me out, was having that good state game, and I had a few good games before then that kind of helped me put me on the map.
Now,
Obviously,
just curious, how many scholarships did you end up with?
I think I ended up with around 15, 16, I believe, somewhere in there.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
And
so
all
I mean, it was a short.
big time programs, or
Houston and Colorado were my big two, and I'm still hearing from guys, but I signed with Colorado, and that's where I'll end up. that's I love Colorado, love all those coaches. So but big two were Houston and Colorado.
What
Houston,
was
okay.
it for Colorado or for you to choose them versus Houston? If you can speak on that.
I mean, the big two things that stuck out with me. I mean, Coach Hart, the linebacker coach at Colorado, great guy on the field, but off the field, he wants to have a connection with you off the field as well as on. And what really, I mean, just the family environment they have up there is crazy. I mean, they're all tight knit, all family, and I mean, just the facilities and just being on that scale, it's crazy. You're going to turn on the TV and you're going to watch a Colorado game. That exposure is, it's something to none. I mean,
Right.
it can be really good or it can be really bad, but that's kind of what I enjoy about it. But I mean, really just the at home feeling. I mean, we got up there and it was me and my parents and they took care of us from as soon as we stepped off the plane. So I mean, it was just a great environment, great place to be. Colorado, I mean, Boulder's a beautiful city, right there by Denver, right there by the mountains. I mean, that was my first time going, and it was a crazy experience for sure.
Are you going to stay linebacker? I mean, or is there
Yes, sir.
talks about maybe strong safety?
No, sir. I'll be right now. I'm putting weight on. I'm about 225, 220 right now, and I'm gonna get up to that 230 mark, and I'll be a inside linebacker there.
Oh, going to move to the middle, huh?
Yeah, I'll be middle of the field. So that'll be what I like. I mean, in their packages, I'll come off the edge as well. I'll still be an edge rusher, but I'll be more in the middle than I am now.
Okay. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. It's hard to get in the middle now in Carthage, isn't it?
No, I mean it's definitely there's some guys up there, and what I like about it, I mean, if you're scared to run it inside, to some of those guys, you got to run it my way. So I love that. That's what was
For
nice
sure.
last year. We had two guys on the inside who could play really well, and then you had me and Quee on the outside. So I mean, it's really pick your poison, and how many tackles for loss do you want to give up? I mean,
Now I know I know your first game this year is against Kilgore.
Mhm.
Is that in Kilgore or is that in Carthage?
It is in Kilgore, so it's away for us.
Dustin,
That's
we're going.
Check it in.
We will be there, and we would love to meet you after that game. I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there.
We can definitely do something.
Something we get a shirt and go like we did with Cole.
Yeah. Yes. We'll get something done.
Yeah, that's I'm marking that down on the calendar, so we will be there for sure.
First Friday. I actually just seen that game pop up on my.
I did too. That's why I asked that. But I didn't know where it was at. Kind of talk about baseball, man. Are you still heavily involved? I know you said you play baseball at Carthage. I mean, are you heavily involved there with it still, or
No, so I played my freshman and sophomore year on varsity. I was on varsity as a freshman and a sophomore. I played, and then recruiting kind of blew up for me, and I knew it was a business decision. It was a hard decision for me. I know I needed to step away from baseball and really focus on the weight room and putting weight on, because if I'm going to college to play football, it's hard to be a multi-sport athlete, doing both. So I stepped away from it this past year. Those guys had a great run, though. I mean, all credits to them. I think they went third or fourth rounds,
yeah,
a really good team. So, I mean, especially got a new head coach in. He's a great head coach. Talked to him a good bit, and, they had a good run.
And, I'm glad you just said something that I'm really glad that you said. You said it's hard to do something as a multi-sport athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Man, there's so many people that say, "Oh, man, you have to play 2 or 3 sports, or you're not going to get looked at. You have to play 2 or 3 sports, or these college coaches aren't going to look at you." And I bring this up. So my daughter's a big basketball player, loves basketball, but her school is theoretically forcing her to play 2 sports to be in athletics. You have to play 2 sports to be in athletics, and I feel as a dad, if she could just focus on that one, that would excel her even further, because you've got an entire 9-month span where you're working on that one sport.
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to breaking it up. Is that kind of how
No.
you feel?
No, I mean, so I feel like playing two sports. I mean, if you love it and you can manage that, I mean that's good for you. I mean, but I feel like you really need to narrow it down. The older you get, your junior and senior year. If you want to go and play a specific sport in college, you really need to work on your craft then. That way, playing so you're not stretching your time and not perfecting your craft in that one sport where you're trying to go. I feel like yes, baseball helped me, become the football player I am today. Just athleticism and everything else. Side to side movements. As a shortstop, you're gonna move side to side. So yeah,
Mhm.
I feel like yes, that helped me. But I knew, when the offer started rolling in to play football, that I needed to, step away from baseball and really focus on football, especially with me graduating in December. So what I got? I mean, if I can't play my senior year of baseball, I can really perfect my craft my junior year, get ready for this upcoming football season, and then I'll be, leaving in January.
So you're going early.
Yeah, I'll be an early enrollee. Yes, sir.
So you'll be ready to go for spring ball and everything.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I like that. So I don't know what made me just think about this, Dustin, but TCU and Colorado play.
Hmm.
So that would be a college game that we can go to, barring it's in TCU next year.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll be able to watch a college game too. That's right up the road from us. Let's see. Yep, October. No, that's this year's. Never mind.
I
But
think
anyway,
Houston's on the schedule. I think for when I'll be there my freshman year. I think I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
I'll
Houston.
check it out.
Let me see where they're at.
I want to ask you.
I think you played both away your freshman year. I think they're both away, unless it changes.
What I'm about to ask is a really dumb question, but I'm going to ask it. Expectations for Carthage next year. I know it's state. I mean, obviously, it's Carthage, right? What's it looking like next year? How's it been the offseason going for y'all?
We've had a really solid offseason. I mean, we're all, we're senior led this year. We got a lot of skill guys returning who've, 3-year starters for the most part. I know we lost a few up front, O-line and D-line. We did lose, some big guys, but we're going to be a lot faster than we were in the past. We're going to be a little thinner, but we're going to be a lot faster. I feel like we're going to be a lot meaner. Returning, me, Quee, and Tylin, some of those guys, and our corners both returning, majority secondary, majority linebackers. Defensively, we're gonna be solid. We're all love getting to the ball, love hitting.
What
Offense.
Sorry, I was just going to ask you. Since you're in Carthage, y'all played against a lot of people. Who's one of your favorite teams to play against, like in high school?
I know. I mean, it's going Van. I love playing against Van.
Really?
I mean that may be like we always beat them or whatever. But I mean, them boys they play hard. I'll give credit where credit's due. They play hard. Love playing against Van. I mean, they give it everything they got every play, and I loved it. I love to see it.
What's your outside of Texas Stadium? What's your favorite place to play, or what has been your favorite stadium to play in?
Out of Cowboys, like what stadium we've played?
Would it be a playoff? Well, yeah. Would it be a playoff game or a district game? Just
Probably Melissa.
That's it's nice. That is a nice stadium.
We
Dude,
played
that stadium is insane.
Melissa was nice, and I think we played in Melissa and we played in McKinney. McKinney was nice too. I think we played in the Brock game, and it was raining though.
What's one team that when you beat them, it just feels good? Like it's just like one of those center. Oh, well, being from center, yeah, I like that. I like
from
that.
Center, transferred from center. It feels good to beat them.
I like that. I like that one. I'm not mad at that.
Who's a team you hate playing against? Like you just don't like playing against them, no matter if you're. I mean, just hate it. There's got to be.
I wouldn't really say I hate playing any team. I mean, I'm getting to play, so it doesn't really.
Right.
You can line anybody up against me, and I'm a play. So I don't know if there's I mean, I know Pleasant Grove's always going to be a tough team. you play. I guess I could say I wouldn't say I hate playing them. I know that's it's gonna be a dogfight. I'll give
Right.
it. I feel like I always like to say it's going our way, but it's really they got athletes, great coaching staff over there. We have some athletes and an amazing coaching staff at Carthage. So I feel like that's always gonna be a game.
Yeah, for sure. How is it playing for Coach Surratt?
I mean, it's great, Coach Surratt. We're really good friends. You're not friends, but me and his son are really good friends. So Coach Surratt's been incredible. To us and me. So all praise for Coach Surratt. I love him.
Yeah, he's a what I call the goat of Texas high school coaching.
Oh,
Man.
for sure. Yeah,
He
yeah,
does-
yeah.
It's not even close.
just being a part of it is great. He's all business for the most part. I mean, 95% you get business of him. And
Now,
then I'll go
kind of
to the songs.
walk us through a practice. I mean, what is it for you guys? Like after school practice. What's that like?
So fifth period. Well, we have a middle of the day. So we'll either do weights or we'll do film, and then at 3:30 we're down at the field. I mean, we're probably from 3:30 to probably 6-7. We're on the field practicing. We'll do warm ups. Defensive drills, stuff like that. A bunch of endo. Come together as a defense, run through blitzes, run through coverages we need to work on, and then we'll do like a 7-on-7 or a team. We'll knock all that out, and then we're in film Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday we get off because of church, and then Thursday film, and Friday we're watching film before the game.
Wow, film
So,
before the game. I like that.
Does it feel like it's like a college vibe in a way? Is it that intense in your
It
opinion?
is, especially with Coach Preston, who's our DC. I mean, he's all business. I mean, it's film, and we'll know what the opponent's going to do before they do it. So, which I mean, it really helps us. I mean, we're pointing out things and plays are running, and we're right 80%, 90% of the time. Guessing what they're going to throw out of it.
Wow.
Crazy.
So being a linebacker, I don't know if you could do this or not. Who do you model your game after? I mean, is there a specific linebacker in
What'd
the
you say?
NFL?
You cut out. I couldn't.
My bad. Is there a specific linebacker in the NFL that you model your game after?
He's not in the NFL. Luke Kinkley. He,
Uh-huh.
he was a beast. Being able to read stuff like that and then just go. I mean, I feel like that's a big guy. Like being a guy like
Absolutely.
that. So I mean, I feel like that's who I really try and model my game after.
I mean,
That's a
there's
great pick. I mean-
absolutely nothing wrong with that. That dude's
Yeah,
amazing.
I would say top 5 linebacker of all time. But
Oh,
as far
for
as
sure.
smart wise, I mean, he
Yeah.
retired early. I understand why. But he was phenomenal. So I love that pick.
He was a phenomenal. He could read, like kind of like how you're saying how y'all know what the play is. I felt that's what he did. He knew what the play was going to be, and with how much film you say y'all watch just at the high school level, I'm not surprised y'all know what play it is. If you're doing that much film, by the end of the week, game time, you're going to know
we know.
what formation they line up in and what play they're going to run out of it for the most part.
No, definitely. I mean, just where the back's lining up, where a receiver's lining up. If a tackle, if a guard's loose or if he's tight. High helmets, low helmets. I mean, we look at everything. Look at any keys. If where the quarterback lines up, how deep, or where the running back is. If he's beside him or if he's behind him, we kind of know what their favorite. I mean, we'll have it broke down their favorite run plays, and pick. At what yardage they run them at.
So being back when I played literally 20 years ago, like this year was my 20-year class reunion, 2005. I played receiver. I didn't have to know all that. All I had to know was if I was running straight, or if I was running out. That's all I needed to know. Throw me the ball and let me go do my thing. You're talking about head down, foot back, with the line back, where the back lines up. I'm like, bro, that's a lot, especially for a high school kid. I mean, that just goes to show how much effort and time that you guys put into it, and especially you as a high school kid, that's phenomenal, man. That speaks volumes of you in and of itself.
No, I mean it's definitely we're all in it. It comes down. It's majority on the linebackers, but our safeties are in there. Pointing out things for the receivers. What their favorite routes are going to be, their concepts. We kind of look at everything. And then it comes down on us linebackers to make a call though.
Right.
We got to make a call whether we're gonna keep the front or if we're gonna change it up. So I mean it's me and three other guys. Because we're in that 3-4. So
The 3-4.
it's on us. So I mean I'll pick up something and I'll relay the message and then it's on us to make the call.
Is that the kind of defense Colorado runs? I couldn't remember last year.
They run more of like a 4-2, but they'll throw a 3-4 in there. They kind of mix it up, but it's majority a 4-2-5. So I mean, but it's a 4-2-5, and they're sending a wheel back or an inside backer off the edge to make it a 5-man front.
Gotcha,
or they'll have a 3-4 and then send a wheel off the So they mix it up, show different stuff.
Are you going to play offense at all at Carthage this year, or just straight defense this year?
No, I'll go both ways again. I'll be more of a receiver this year. Last year I had to do a little more blocking. Protecting my quarterback. So, but I'll get out at wide out a little bit this year and be able to run some routes.
Nice,
that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, man, I'm excited to come. By the way, I'm Derek. Not as well. I'm big into high school sports. I have been since my nephew, he played at Gilmer. He played linebacker. So really ever since he's gotten to high school, which was, he's been out for 3 years now. So 3 or 4 years now. But I came and watched y'all play last year. I'm sitting here thinking like I'm trying to picture you on the field because I went to the Pleasant Grove game because it was in Longview. I live right up the road, and which was a heck of a game. That was a really good game. That game between y'all, I always look to watch y'all play them or Gilmer. Like every one of those games, I try to go just because they're really good games and they're usually close. Well, man, we're excited to see how y'all do this.
August 29th, 7:30, Kilgore, Texas. We will be there. I will.
I'm going.
It's on my calendar. We will be there.
Yes,
that's gonna be a good one. Kilgore's got a really solid team.
Yeah,
I mean they made it to state last year. They lost, but that's still. You gotta give props to them. They beat us. Not a lot of teams can say they beat us. First game we had a few injuries, but that's we still it's part of it. We rolled with it. But we'll get them this year. There's not many that can say. So we'll be on edge this year.
I'm ready for it, dude. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm excited.
Like I said, if all goes according to plan, man, we'd love to meet you after the game. Kind of get a picture with you, maybe give you a shirt. We have a sponsor that makes shirts for us. Maybe get you a shirt from the network, and just kind of do a little meet and greet with you, man, and just hang out with you for a few minutes. Definitely want to keep your contact if you're good with that.
Yes,
catch
sir.
up with you next year, your first year at Colorado, and just see how things are going for you down there. Maybe after spring ball and after maybe your first couple of weeks of actually playing.
Yes, sir. No, definitely. We'll have to get a picture and some stuff, and keep this thing going.
All right, man. That's awesome, dude. We appreciate you very much. Have a good rest of your summer. I know football and school's right around the corner. Senior year goes fast. It's going to go faster for you graduating in December. So congrats on that. So that's something else, man. To be able to graduate in December, I think that's awesome. That shows that you're not just an athlete; you're the student athlete.
Yes,
And that's a big deal. So congrats on that.
Definitely.
But yeah, man. Well, like I said, we appreciate it. Thank you for
sir.
taking the time coming on, and we'll keep in touch with you.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me.
All right, later, man.
Thank you.
Let's do it.
You already
we're
know
going.
me. I always go to last year I went to a lot of Union Grove games, but I always try to find those good.
I used to like high school games, but I don't like going to Diana games because I don't. Even when they're good, I don't. The athletic director at Diana and me kind of butted heads, and so I don't even support Diana boys athletic. Like if my daughter's not playing, I don't go to nothing Diana.
Mm.
Like I only go to her stuff. That might be crappy, but that's just the way I'm wired. That's the way I'm wired. When I was little, my dad would pick me up on a Friday night, and he would say north, south, east, or west, and I would pick, and we would drive until we saw lights, and that's where we'd stop.
Dude, that's so cool. Like,
I remember one time we went to Elysian Fields. We were almost in Louisiana before we saw lights, and I was like, "There it is, let's go!" And we went and watched the game. Yeah,
that's out in the middle of nowhere. I used
in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's out there. It's literally on the Louisiana border. If you go about another 5 miles,
Yeah,
Louisiana Fields.
Yes,
It's an area called D-Berry or Bethany, Texas.
D-Berry. Yep, that's right.
Literally the border. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm excited. We're definitely going to catch that game. Let's try not to plan nothing for that Friday. No.
Yeah, I've already got it wrote down on the calendar and starred. Maybe make it a family outing or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Go eat before the game and kind of go.
Yeah, that sounds good to me, man. Well, man, let's start off with the poll. So Derek, kind of tell us the poll you made for this week.
So I didn't want to do just player versus player. I seen this pop up on Facebook. There was a big debate about it, big argument about it. So I did a little deep dive into it and wanted to kind of get my thoughts and everything. And it was who was the best wide receiver who produces the best wide receivers, and put the poll out, and I was completely shocked by it. I will admit, Alabama had 17%, Ohio State had 38%, LSU had 39%. Now, 6% went to other, but nobody wrote in, who the other was. There was just 6% was other. So, with that being said, give me who do you got? Who was your choice on this?
So, I had to do some research. I think that's fair to do that in this because obviously Alabama, all three of these teams have produced, right? There's a lot of teams that have produced. But I'm going to throw a school out there that I didn't realize some of the receivers that came out, and I can't give you a name. I just read about it, and I should have wrote it down. I shouldn't have time. I had a busy day today. But I think when I say this, you're going to be like, wait, why? I might be able to pull it back up real quick, but USC has produced wide receivers that you maybe wouldn't just think about. Like, let me see. Because, I was like, here we go, right here. This is it right here. So, I wanted to see, who has USC brought out, right? Well, where did it go? Oh, here we go. So, I'm looking at this list. I just typed in some stuff. So, they had Jordan Addison, who's one of the players they produced. Well, that's not the list. That's one of the I can't remember who all came out of USC, but there were some players, and it made me think okay, USC. Like when I think of USC, first of all, you don't think defense. So they're atrocious. It doesn't matter who the coach is. The defenses have never really just been great. They've had some good defenses, but like when I think about Alabama, I think football in general, right? I think Ohio State. I think all three of these. I think football in general. I don't just lean towards the offense or the defense side of the ball, but USC has actually produced some wide receivers that I think that they should be on this list of potentially. The reason they won't be considered as the wide receiver university is because USC had been great since you had Pete Carroll,
yeah,
Reggie Bush, so that's why. You think Alabama to this day, you hear Alabama, you think Nick Saban. He's not even the coach, right?
Yeah.
Ohio State, Ryan Day's finally got, his mark on the world now because he won one. But I had to throw that. I wanted to throw that school in the mix. For me, I wouldn't pick USC. I would have probably picked Alabama personally, but I'm taking on the other side of it. I would say USC should be on that list somewhere of producing some really good wide receivers.
Okay. So I'm going to give you Alabama's top 5 wide receivers, in my opinion, of all time. Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Calvin Ridley, Jared Judy, and Devontae Smith. Okay, that doesn't even include Henry Ruggs when he was there. Jalen Waddle. I mean, that doesn't even include them guys. Okay, these are just the top 5. Now I'm going to give you LSU's top 5. You've got Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry, and Malik Neighbors. Pretty solid room.
Yeah.
For me, the answer is Ohio State by a million miles. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm just going to give you their top wide receivers for 10 years straight. Okay? They went from Michael Thomas to Terry McLaurin, from Terry McLaurin to Chris Olave, from Chris Olave to Garrett Wilson to Jackson Smith and Jigba, from Jackson Smith and Jigba to Marvin Harrison Jr., from Marvin Harrison Jr. to Emeka Egbuka, and from Emeka Egbuka to Jeremiah Smith.
I mean, yeah.
That's a 10-year run of number 1 receivers.
I mean,
all of them were first-round picks.
That's crazy.
So for me, that was head and shoulders above. Now, do I think Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson are going to be better in the long run than those guys I just named? Probably. Is Julio Jones probably the best receiver on the list that I named? For me, yes. I think Julio Jones is one of the best NFL receivers of all time. But I'm saying strictly college, what they produced, that's a heck of a 10-year run. I mean, you had to recruit these guys. And for Emeka Egbuka, he really wasn't even the best receiver ever. So he graduated when he was a senior, okay? He went through Garrett Wilson. They were seniors. They came in together. Then he had Jackson Smith and Jigba. Then he had Marvin Harrison Jr. his junior year. Then his senior year, he had Jeremiah Smith. So I don't even know if he was the best wide receiver ever on his team, but he's a great wide receiver. He would be number 1 wide receiver anywhere else.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, Ohio State has produced. I mean, that's a heck of a list just over the last 10 years. Who you could, I mean, like you said, 3 of those or 4 of those were with him at the school.
Yeah.
Like, that is a heck of a list. I mean, Ohio State is Ohio State. I'm excited to see what Jeremiah Smith does this year because he had a phenomenal freshman year.
Yes. I'm with the quarterback situation is the only thing I'm worried about.
I mean, we'll find out game 1.
Yeah, which we talked about that. I mean, we talked about a lot of schools are quarterback needy, quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
they are. So,
well, let's kind of stick with football real quick. Let's kind of go to the NFL. I told you I had something kind of lined up for you tonight, NFL wise, and I want you to put together an NFL slate. You're the commissioner, okay? I'm going to give you a set of teams. You're going to tell me which one would be a Monday night football game, which one's a Thursday night football game, which one's a Sunday night football game. Thanksgiving at 3:30, middle of the day, you just got done eating your meal. You need to keep the people awake.
Okay.
And then a Christmas at 7 p.m. Close Christmas out with a banger.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you the games, and you tell me where you want them to go.
Oh, you're going to have to make me think for a second. Let's give them to me.
You got the Chargers in Tampa Bay at the Chargers.
Okay.
You got Minnesota at Detroit.
Okay.
You got Seattle at Washington. You got Kansas City at Baltimore.
Mm.
And you've got Buffalo hosting the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay. So I'm gonna go in reverse on the games, like the days. So Christmas. Give me the Buffalo game.
That's exactly who I picked as well.
Okay. Kind of in the year kind of thing, like good
Probably,
game.
yeah, I'm 100%. That's exactly who I picked.
Okay. Now Thanksgiving game, like you said, we got to keep them awake. Okay. Give me the Chief game.
Okay. I went.
That's going to kind of keep them awake, right?
I went Detroit. I went with Detroit, Minnesota there.
Okay. Well, Detroit, Minnesota. I'm sticking. So what I have left? I got Monday night, Thursday night.
And Sunday.
Who's playing Detroit again? Minnesota.
Minnesota at Detroit.
Give it to me on a Sunday night game.
Okay.
And what were the other two games?
Seattle at Washington. And Tampa Bay at the Chargers.
Give me the Tampa Bay and Chargers on a Monday night.
Okay. Be Washington on Thursday. Okay. So we got let's see, we got one the same.
Okay.
Because we took Dallas and Buffalo at Christmas. I agreed with that one. I got Detroit and Minnesota as my Thanksgiving game. You got to have either Dallas or Detroit on Thanksgiving. Yeah, you got to.
I was trying to go different.
My Sunday night game. Give me Washington and Seattle. My Monday night game. Okay, so we got two right. I took Tampa Bay and the Chargers on Monday. My Thursday night football, we're going to do Baltimore, Kansas City because I don't like Patrick Mahomes. So I'm going to throw him on the worst game of the week.
Well, that's why I was trying to think of the worst game out of that to put on Thursday because Thursday night usually aren't good games for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why that seems that way. It's like it's planned that way, but it's like they're predicting the blowout games or something. But that's pretty cool. You made me think on a Sunday.
Yeah, I just, something different, something football related. Just kind of see what we could come up with. I thought we did pretty good.
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
Like I said, those are just random. I just kind of picked out some teams. I could have easily. I almost thought about it like a Cincy versus Pittsburgh. That just screams Thursday night football to me. I don't know why.
I was just about to know it does.
But
now, if you would have gave me like Carolina versus like a Oakland, that's easily a Thursday night game.
Yeah. I almost went Philly and New York. That's like a Sunday nighter late in November. The Giants are 0-9. Philly's 9-0. That's a Sunday night screamer with an upset if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, dude, I'm so excited for football. I don't even know what to say about it. I feel like this year's going to be another great year for college and the NFL, which I'm excited for our preview show, which is sooner than we think.
Yes.
So, man, let's talk about the summer league, and I'm going to primarily talk about the Spurs here.
I agree.
Carter Bryant is going to be, and you can say I'm picking on the Spurs because he is going to be the steal of the draft. Okay,
I agree.
Defensively, he is a menace. He can guard you. I understand Cooper Flag had 31, but he had to shoot the ball a billion times, and he made it difficult for him. But granted, Carter Bryant wasn't guarding him the whole game. So let's just make that clear. But when he was guarding him, it was tough.
And 8 of his points were free throws, so you got to take that into consideration. He only had 20.
Yeah. So, and also, Dylan Harper is also an underrated defensive player, which we saw yesterday. He can guard too. Now, he's not on Carter Bryant's level, Carter Bryant is going to come in as a really good defender. I understand he's not playing against the best of the best. There's going to be room to grow there, but he will come in being able to defend. We brought him in and I said this on draft night. We brought him in to defend. Offensively, again, like any great defender who primarily is their game, there's going to need to be work to be done. And he's in the right organization to work on that offensive game. I mean, look at the people we've produced that didn't come in so offensively hot. So if offensively, a.k.a. look at Kawhi Leonard, look what he's turned out to be. Yep. That's just always a prime example, and that's who I always go to because it's a great example. Same way with Bruce Bowen back in the day. Wasn't a great offensive player, phenomenal defender. He turned out to be pretty decent offensively. So, and then Dylan Harper on the offense side of the ball, man, he is going to be –
he's going to run the second unit.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think we miss a beat.
No. You're going to miss what you're going to miss with Chris Paul. I'm assuming not going to be there, which I think he understands. Like he would get little no playing time. He would be the player coach, veteran presence, and I don't think he wants to go out like that. And that's respect. I respect that. Like go contend wherever you want to. So I mean, I appreciate the year he gave us. I've been wanting Chris Paul here ever since he left the Clippers. Because I knew he played hard and he was always a great coach on the court and not just a player. Right. But also, I'm going to tell you something. San Antonio has 2 spots left on their roster. Please, please, please do not let David Jones Garcia walk to another team.
Yep.
I understand we're guard heavy. But I'm going to tell you, that dude is a bucket getter. I understand we're not playing against the best of the best. If San Antonio does not offer him a contract, a 2-way, he will be on an NBA team playing somewhere. That dude is a bucket getter. He's been their top scorer. He's averaged, I think, 20-plus every game for the Spurs during Summer League. Mm-hmm. He's efficient. He's a great passer. Like, depending on what they do in the future, he could work his way into that rotation. Again, they're so guard heavy. I don't think he has an opportunity to play for San Antonio this year unless we have some injuries. And again, they've got to sign him. They cannot let that guy walk. I don't know where he's from. He has a little accent to him. He's not from America. But he's a bucket getter. I don't know where he came from, where he's played at, but the dude can ball. That's my takeaway so far. And I agree. Also, Jameer Nelson Jr. been playing great as well. Like, the future for San Antonio is looking exciting.
So have you seen any of these rumors about LeBron?
I mean, there's always rumors about LeBron, so I'm not sure which one in particular.
But apparently the Spurs, Mavericks, Knicks, and Golden State have reached out to Rich Paul about gauging a possible trade for LeBron. I would absolutely hate that.
In my opinion, okay, so I'm going to say this. To me, that's LeBron chasing. And it is what it is. Okay?
Yeah.
Because I think he knows the Lakers is not his team anymore.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay? They've got to build for the future, right? LeBron realistically has tops 2 years left.
2 years.
Then that's just an opportunity to see, and whether it's play in the same league as his other son, Bryce. I think that's the reasoning behind that. Like, financially, he doesn't need to play.
Right.
Nothing like that. You would have Rob Pelinka smart. Okay. Rich Paul is his agent, right? You're not going to give up nothing for LeBron. You will potentially have to give up a Stephon Castle for him. And you already know where I stand with that.
Yep. I agree.
That's my only reason. Like, would I like LeBron on the team if we didn't have to give up our star players? I think I know people hate on him. I know you don't like him either. but in a way he can contribute. But as long as he knew that this isn't his team, hell, he may not come. I mean, would he start? I mean, yeah, he could be. He would start anywhere he goes. No matter where he goes, he's going to start. It's LeBron James, right?
Mm-hmm.
But don't matter what team you are or any other team you name, you're giving up core key pieces for the now or the future for him. And in that, my opinion, that's not worth it.
The only way I'm talking about, the only way I would even consider trading for LeBron is if I knew that Bronny was in the package. If Bronny's not in the deal, I don't even want LeBron. I need those 2 to 7 points every other month from Bronny on my roster. Got to have him. I mean, if I'm giving up Stephon Castle, I need to get something of equal value at least. And I think a Bronny equal Stephon Castle.
Yeah, I don't even like if it wasn't Stephon Castle, they're going to want Dylan Harper or Brian.
I agree.
And I'm not giving none of that up. Like you're seeing, and I'm not. Maybe I'm tooting my horn or tooting the Spurs horn. They are going to be better than expected next year. I'm telling you, if we're fully healthy. We're talking about potentially top 5 seed in the Western Conference. I don't care what no one says. Like, I think Memphis took a step back. Like, I mean, OKC's going to be OKC. Denver has gotten better. Houston, you can say, has gotten better. We'll see how that really works.
Yeah.
The Clippers, see what happens there. Like, will they be better? They were the 5th seed. So, like, we have a really good chance to make the playoffs, not the play-in, the playoffs. And I don't know if I'm not giving up any core pieces for LeBron to come in on a 1 to 2 year rental at a max. That's what you're going to get.
I agree.
That's my take on that. I don't know if I can do it. Like I like LeBron. I have nothing against him. Maybe he cries a little much, but I mean, other than that, I mean, I don't have a problem with him. I'm just not. Again, it's like the KD situation. I'm not giving up my farm for a rental.
For a rental. That's the whole thing. It's going to be a rental. And I think unless like if you're Golden State, okay? If it's a 2-year rental with Golden State and Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler both told you, hey, in 2 years, we're done. I'm walking away. I'm retiring in 2 years. Then I didn't go get him, make it a special 2-year run and try to win 2 titles back to back. Or at least 1 out of 2. Because once they leave, you're done anyway.
Yeah, I think if that were to ever happen, whoever is going to get him, understand it's a 2-year rental, and you got to make sure that, like, whoever's on that team during that 2-year rental span, there's a chance they're not going to be there going forward because you're going to have to give up a key piece to your offense, defense, team to get that. And I'm not saying he's not worth it. Maybe not now in his prime. But because of how the market is now, again, I go back to Desmond Bane. Look what was given up for him.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have picks and the money don't match, the trade don't work. And LeBron's money, I mean, it's 53 a year?
Yeah.
You're going to have to give up some salary, which is going to be either a couple big-time players or quite a few role players, unless you get multiple teams involved to make it work. I mean, but I'm going to stick to it, man. If I'm giving up, I'm going to name 3 people because Wembanyama is not going nowhere. Darren Fox, he didn't just extend for no reason. That would be stupid. But they would want a Carter Bryant, Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle. Though they're going to want those players from San Antonio to even entertain that. And I think if they were going to do that, you should have got KD instead. My opinion. If you're going to do that, you should have went the KD route.
I don't know about that. I'm gonna
or maybe even go the Giannis route. Like you
has KD, and I've talked about this. I've brought this up.
KD can be a team killer. Like he kills the team.
What has he done since Golden State?
I mean, he has done nothing.
So why would? I think Houston took a major step back. I'm talking about Jalen Green. I think could be an amazing athlete. Amazing
will be.
NBA player.
He will be.
Um,
I don't disagree. I'm just saying if you're going to go that route, I think I could have Kevin Durant longer than I could have LeBron James. It could be a 1-year rental with LeBron. It could be. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think LeBron has 2 years tops, and in my opinion, I think he sticks it out in LA. I mean, I think he wants to win another one there, but he also knows like that's not his team, and it can't be his team no more. Like, it's got to be Luka's team. They've got to build around Luka. I mean, look, Rob Pelinka traded away Anthony Davis for Luka, so I mean, anything could happen. But I mean, if it came down to it, I'm gonna say again, just stay where you're at. I think you're better off that way.
Yeah.
Now, you name the Knicks. I mean, who you get? You're going to give up Cat or Jalen Brunson? Is it worth it? You're giving up one of them, and it ain't Jalen Brunson.
No, I think it would be Cat and
Mikal Bridges is going to be gone too.
Probably Mikal Bridges.
You're giving up your core. You're going to give up core pieces, and unless you really think LeBron is your missing piece, then you got to give up. You can't give up your core. You're going to have to give up, either involve other teams or pit. Like, you're going to have to do something crazy to not involve your core, and I don't know what you do. And that's for any of the teams. Like, you're going to have to get teams to come in and be like, hey, we want you to trade away these players because we want LeBron. Like, who's going to do that? And then we're going to give you this back because you're trading away your players. Like, I just don't see how.
Yeah.
Unless LeBron he opted out, all right? Did he opt in? No, he opted in. So
yeah, he opted in.
So it's not like he opted out. If he opted out, he could take less money and go anywhere. If he wanted to win.
If he wanted to win, yeah, I was just going to say, if he wanted to win.
He could go from 50 to 30 if he really wanted to win. But he's already tied into the money, so now you've got to make the money match. And
I was saying, or they could buy him out. I mean, if you get bought out for 20 and go somewhere for 15, I mean, you're not losing a whole lot of money.
Yeah, but to me, if I'm the Lakers, if you're going to buy him out, you might as well keep him. Unless you're getting something in return for the future, which they would. I'm
telling you what's happening. And I said this before, where there's smoke, there's fire. Jokic didn't sign the extension. I know the guy commented on our TikTok that he could get $88 million by signing next year. I don't think it's about the money for Jokic. Him and Luka want to play together.
They do want to play together. That has been known for years now.
And I think this was the whole setup.
I mean,
so you might see Luka and Jokic in LA, which would be bad for the league. The two slowest people on the planet winning 4 championships. Yeah.
Killing everybody. I mean, that would be an insane team in itself, and what they could build around them.
Yes.
It would be bad for the league. It could be fun for the league, but it would be bad for him because and if Luka's getting in shape from what I hear he is. So he could already be bad for the league anyways. And maybe that's the reason Braun opted in. Maybe he sees what Luka's doing. Maybe he sees that opportunity to maybe be better. But, that's the unknown. We'll find out when the season starts what everyone's looking like. But I'm super excited about San Antonio. I cannot wait for October to get here. I know we're waiting for football, but I can't wait for October to see what they look like because I've seen a glimpse of the youngins, especially the ones I think that will get playing time.
Yeah, I'm excited as well.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Super excited. Well, man, what's up with this baseball draft? I haven't paid attention.
I literally, that's what I'm looking at right now. What is up with all of the high school kids getting drafted? High school kid went number 1. Number 1 in the draft, high school kid. High school kid went number 4. High school kid went number 6. A little smoke, where there's smoke, there's fire. the Pittsburgh Pirates selected a high school pitcher with the number 6 pick. Does that mean Paul Skeen could be on the move? I don't know. High school kid went number 8. High school kid went number 9. High school kid went number 10.
God almighty.
High school kid went number 12 to the Rangers. Out of Great Oaks, third baseman, Gavin Finn. He's a 6'3", right-handed hitter. He said he was the top hitter in the summer showcase circuit last year, which Rangers are needing some hitting.
I mean, they do.
It literally says right here why the Rangers took him. The Rangers have struggled to score runs the past 2 seasons following their World Series title. It's probably not a surprise they would draft a heavy hitter, one of the best hit/power combos in the draft. So shout out to the Rangers for that. 14, another high school kid. Let's see where we're at. 18, another high school kid out of Johnson High School in Texas. So big shout out to the Texas kid.
Wow.
Mount Vernon High School. Oh, that's Washington. Never mind. Another high school kid at 21. Another high school kid at 22. Another high school kid at 23. Another high school kid at 24. Another high school kid at 25. Like, I don't know what the high school thing is with the. I mean, give me somebody established. Give me somebody that's played.
I mean, for one, here's my thing. Any of these players drafted in the first round, how many of them are going to play professionally next year? That's my question.
Oh, none of them. They'll run through the. They'll probably make $75,000, and they'll play single A ball for a year. Then they'll play double A ball for half a year and make another 75. They'll play triple A ball for the second half of that. It'll all be 3 or 4 years for each team. Now, some of them might actually get up a little sooner. You don't know, but just in reality, that you're looking at 2 or 3 years before they ever step foot on the field.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe this is a good question for Sean and Scott when it comes to this because they're the baseball gurus here. But these players, to get drafted in the first round, especially number 1 pick, there's something there that excites these organizations, even coming in and playing the single A's, the triple A's, and so forth, the double A's and triple A's. Like, there's something there. Like, I don't know how you don't. I mean, but here's the thing. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Even though you got drafted, you don't have to go. You can go play college. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's what Kyler Murray did. Kyler Murray was drafted in the first round of the MLB draft and went to A&M and then went to Oklahoma and then went to the league. They just have his rights.
So if he ever decided to come play baseball, he could go play for that team.
He would be an athletic A. He would be in the A's organization. Unless somebody says we'll trade you a second round pick for him or whatever. He was a shortstop.
That's crazy. Man. I mean, if I'm a baseball player, and this is like my thought. When it comes to baseball, you've got to be a patient player. Just playing the game. Like being patient with your game. I'm not going from high school to just single A. That's a heck of a jump. Just to that. For one, I want that college camaraderie. I want that atmosphere. I want the game. Like,
especially now, because they're going to be making more money.
Right. Like that guy that got drafted first, he could go make money in college.
Right. Right.
You can go play for probably any collegiate team. You probably have offers from any big collegiate team. If you're going number 1 in the MLB draft, at least go give yourself a year of college ball. Then people are going to say, well, what if he gets hurt? He can get hurt in single A too, or he can get hurt in double A. What's the difference? Like, I think some of these baseball players tend to jump too soon, and then you actually have a harder road because you don't have that college experience. Like high school is not college, and college isn't the professionals, even at the lowest level in professional. Like, I don't really like that because, like, for one day, so you get drafted number 1, so your rights are always with that team. But let's say you never do anything with it. Now, if you don't even want to play baseball, so what happens? Like you just wasted your pick on that player. Like
So,
I would want
just
commitment.
so just looking, the kid that went number 1, he committed to Oklahoma, but he's the number 4 player in the nation.
Okay.
So why are we taking the number 4 player who plays the same position as the number 1 player in the nation? Like why what makes I don't understand that. You'll like this. The guy that the Rangers took, he's the number 10 player in the nation. And he's a Texas commit. So
Oh, nice.
So there you go. We'll
I
see what
like
he
that.
does. See if he goes and plays for a year and then comes back. What's going on, Cruz? We'll see if he goes and then comes back. You don't know.
Right.
A lot of Tennessee commits. That I'm seeing. Goodness gracious. I mean, I bet there's 7 or 8 Tennessee commits in the top 40.
God.
Now I don't know how many of these kids were drafted. I'm just scrolling down, but yeah, Tennessee, Vanderbilt.
How many rounds of baseball is the draft? Is it 7 or 8?
Probably just too long, just like the season. Probably 182, 163, whatever it is. Let's see.
I mean, that's crazy, dude. I want to say there's 8 rounds, which is insane.
20.
There's 20 rounds of the draft,
There is 20 rounds.
and how many teams are there total in baseball?
32. Yeah, I mean,
Oh my!
sorry, I messed that
Ain't
up.
that like 500 picks?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 30 teams. So 30
Dude, that's
times
literally
600.
Is it? Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Way too many. I'm not staying up watching that. I can tell you.
I'm curious if Sean or Scott does. I'm gonna probably in their baseball. There's no way they're watching 20 rounds.
There's no way they're watching. No. There's no shot.
Crazy, dude.
Well, we had a little WNBA action today. Big game of the day. The Fever and the Wings. Got moved to American Airlines Arena.
Too many people. Too many fans.
Too many fans for Clark versus Beckers.
Ooh.
First matchup. Did you see that game?
I did not see it.
Who do you think won?
I think Dallas won. Was it Dallas?
No.
No, they didn't win. I thought maybe a little upset.
They lost by 20.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
But I don't know what's going on with Clark. I don't know if she just hadn't found her groove yet. Beckers outplayed her. Paige had 21, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. Clark had 14, 13 assists, 5 steals. So, point-wise, Paige outplayed her. Clark was 4 of 12. I think she just hasn't found her rhythm yet. I just don't. Something's off with Clark, and I don't know what it is. Kelsey Mitchell led the team with 20. Aaliyah Boston, 17. Natasha Howard had 18. Sophie had 13 off the bench. Lexi Hall had 3. I'm not exactly sure what her role is on planet Earth, but I don't think it's playing basketball. I don't know. I mean, she is. I've been very disappointed with her playing. And with that loss, the Fever jumped the Mystics in the ranking, and Dallas slips to second to last, right behind Connecticut. I mean, I think Dallas is playing the long game here. I think they're going for the worst record to get Asia. I really do. I think that's the play is to pair Asia and Paige back together,
Mm-hmm.
which would make an amazing backcourt. So if that's what they're playing, shout out to them for that, um, because that would be like an amazing backcourt in the league.
Oh
Amazing.
yeah, it would be. I mean, they already have not just experience, but the chemistry would be there instantly. Now, obviously, it's at a different level, but it'll be there, right?
Right.
I think Dallas just has to be patient. The Wings have got to be patient, even if that's not what you're doing. Just be patient. Like Paige struggled in the beginning of the year, but she's came on. Like you're starting to see like the Paige we saw at UConn, right?
Yeah.
Just be patient. Don't rush that process because you've got Paige Beckers who will be really good. She's already good. She's not obviously at her prime peak by any means, being a rookie, of course, but they just got to be patient with that process because they're going to need a couple stars to really start to compete because the WNBA is getting better. Fever's there. You got Minnesota. You got the Liberty.
Liberty are still there, yeah.
I mean, look at the Mercury's up there now. Like they've kind of been still my surprise this year. Atlanta Dream is up there. I mean, the league is getting better. I mean, even like the Sparks, got to be patient with Kelsey Plum. I mean, Cameron Brink still hadn't played a game, if I'm correct.
Yes,
not sure what's going on with that. So,
well, you remember she tore her Achilles last year.
I didn't know she tore. I knew she was hurt, but I didn't realize it was her Achilles. Well, then that makes sense why she's still out.
It's a year recovery. She should be getting healthy-ish. Maybe they just set her out one more year and get her fully healthy.
Yeah. Derek, prediction. Who's winning it all in the WNBA right now? We haven't done that. If you have to pick a team now to win it all, who would you pick to win?
Oh. The Liberty.
I mean, you can't go wrong.
I think that's a safe pick. I think they've got two of the top 6 players in the league. Would not be surprised if Minnesota won it, but I think the experience for the Liberty gets them there.
I hope we get a Liberty. I don't know if it could work out that way. I would love a Liberty Minnesota finals. Wait, that's what it was last year, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. So I like that rematch. I'm not big on the rematches. I like to get different teams in, kind of like how it was in hockey. But I would like that rematch because I think when Minnesota got that experience last year and got there, the Liberty was just too much for them. I think this year they're set up more for that matchup.
Yes.
But I'm with you. I think Liberty, Minnesota. If you wanted to squeeze in if I had to squeeze in another team, I wouldn't mind throwing Phoenix in the mix, but they're not on that level.
I mean, of course, I'd love for Indiana to go on a run here and win like 25 straight, and Fever get one, and then Clark retire, and then everything resets for the WNBA. That would be funny.
I don't think the Fever are quite there yet.
No, they're not. They are missing a bench. I think I would put Lexi Hall. So you have to have Sophie Cunningham off your bench because she is your bench scorer. If you bring her into the fold, then you're depleted your bench. So I think that's why Lexi Hall starts because her 3 points, but her defensive prowess. That's the only thing I can think of.
I agree. So yeah, we'll see what happens. WNBA is always good. I mean, we have the All-Star weekend coming up. So I will tune into some of that. I've actually never watched an All-Star weekend for the WNBA.
Yeah, I'll check it out this weekend.
Yeah, so we'll check. I'm gonna check it out and see how it is. I've never experienced it because, well, the WNBA always isn't my highlight of the year, but it is now. It has been for a couple of years, but I've never tuned in, so I definitely plan on tuning into that this year and seeing how that is this year. Well, let's man, I know for one, I want to say again, we appreciate everybody being here on TikTok and just watching everybody. But like Derek said, the network has officially grown again. We're super excited about this group of two guys coming in. Derek, tell us a little bit more about them. I know we talked a little bit about it before, but kind of what that they're bringing when they're going to be
Aaron
live.
And Mike. So this is a weird story. So I posted something kind of pushing out one of our shows Thursday. So it was Casey and them show.
Mm-hmm.
And Friday, I get a message from a friend request from Mike. I sent him a message like, "Hey man, do I know you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm not sure about that. You were on my suggested friends. I don't know how I would know you. We don't have no friends in common, nothing." And we just got to talking sports. I mean, sports brings everybody together. And I checked out his page, and he is big into the University of Las Vegas, UNLV. Interviews a bunch of basketball players for him, a bunch of football players for him, coaches. I mean, he is tied to that organization. And they were looking for somewhere to kind of get a bigger audience and kind of grow a little bit. And I was like, well, I'm actually own a sports podcast network. And so we sat down last night or Friday night and had a little conversation. No, last night. And had a little conversation, and man, he was eager and ready to join. And it's going to be a little something different for us. So they're going to be more West Coast. They're going to be more Las Vegas-based teams. AFC West, Pac-12 resurgence, the Mountain West, California market. While also Aaron has ties to Houston. He's a big Texans fan, a big Houston Astro fan. Mike is also a big New England Patriots fan, Boston Celtics fan. So they're going to reach back that way as well. But they're going to kind of be our West Coast market, along with our Denver, our Crew Talk Sports and all that. While they're more focused on the Denver side of things, they're going to be more focused on the entire West Coast. So a whole nother platform, bringing a whole nother section of the United States. We are officially coast to coast, officially.
Awesome.
So that's huge, man. That's awesome for us, for the network, for everybody involved. So I'm curious. I'm ready to get them started. And they start Friday night, 6:30 Central Standard Time. So 6 to 8ish. 8:30ish, somewhere around in there. I'll be tuning in to check out their first show.
That's awesome. Well, man, let's talk about what we have coming up this week. I know we have a big Wednesday, if I'm right.
Wednesday night, we have a gymnast from the University of Michigan. I'm very curious to kind of get with her and see what that's like. Tomorrow, I am going to message that basketball player back from the University of North Carolina, who is a professional player in Italy right now.
That's right.
Going to touch back base with her. Then next Wednesday, we have a softball player from Ore City who is going to the Netherlands to play ball this summer before school starts back up. She's going to represent the United States and go to the Netherlands at a little old Ore City, Texas. So that's freaking amazing. And other than that, man, that's where we're at right now. We've got some stuff coming up in August. Next couple of weeks, we'll kind of announce that one. And then we've got, college football preview show in August. We've got our 1 year show in August. We've got our fantasy draft in August. We've got a lot going on.
Yeah, August is going to be a big month for us and the network. So we're excited about that. Awesome, Derek. Awesome work. Well, guys, we appreciate everyone tuning in, of course, as always.
Yep.
Appreciate the love. Again, as always, scan the QR code. If you're not following us for whatever reason might be, it'll take you to all of our all of our pages on social media and all of our streaming platforms. And then we be here tonight, as always, for Recognized Game with Evan and his
Yes.
brother, Caleb, around midnight-ish, Central Standard Time. And then Crew Talk and Mac tomorrow, Monday. Sorry Advance Tuesday. And then me and Derek, the Bitter Bros, we will be back Wednesday. And with, again, with our guest from Michigan. Excited to talk with her about gymnastics. Nothing.
Yeah. Know nothing about it. I was
excited to learn some. Some of these interviews are learning experiences for us, which I love.
Yes. Yes.
So that's going to be awesome to talk with her. So until then,
Casey and Mr. Eddie on Thursday.
Katie, them on Thursday.
And then the new guys on Friday. I mean, we're as of right now, we're 6 days a week. And just a small plug, I'm not going to dive way off into it yet. Come August, we will be officially 7 days a week on the Tired Sports Network. Like I said, in a couple weeks, we'll kind of start plugging that show and those guys.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we're at, man. I'm excited about it. It's been a fun year.
Excited. Yeah, it's been fun. Again, for me and Derek, it's almost been a year. We're creeping up on that. So we're excited about that. And a milestone for not just me and Derek, but the whole network as a whole, where we started and now where we're at.
Yep.
So continue to support us, be here for us, and we appreciate all the love. And we will see everybody. Me and Derek from the Bitter Bros will see you Wednesday.
All right, man. Later, buddy.